Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever PGF WNG Australian Qualifier. Today we're going to watch some of the best under 77 kilo guys compete for a spot in the draft and for $3,000 at the top for the winner. It'll be a double elimination. You'll get to see a multitude of matches, and we'll also be having our own female super fight. So first up, out of the red corner, Jordan Piggott. And his opponent, out of the blue corner, McKelty Clean.
Sean Perkins. Sean, what have we got to look forward to today?
Well, we have got to look forward to an amazing opportunity for some of the best under 77 kilo grapplers that Australia has to offer, looking to apply their craft and get the opportunity to show what they've got on an international stage.
And of course, PGF has an incredibly unique rule set that ensures action-packed grappling from bell to bell. We'll keep you updated with the rule set as it plays out, but right now we have the action beginning centre mat.
Right, so Jordan Piggott immediately pulling guard. Not too surprised by that one. We saw that recently at the ADCC trials, which went down about a month ago. McKelty Clink as well, you know, he's a Who's Next grappling veteran, but straight in.
Beautiful false reap right into the saddle position. McKelty is looking for a turn down, but Jordan has excellent control over the limb. He's passing to the outside to constitute an inside ashy position, but McKelty with the short hook trying to dissuade the position. Very, very close to an outside heel hook finish here as it's lent onto the hip. And what do you know? Within 20 seconds of the first match here at the PGF qualifier, we have our first winner, which is Jordan Piggott. Courage Training Center.
Out of the blue corner, Jordan Piggott.
We have an incredible host of athletes here today that you're going to be seeing. Some of the best from across Australia have stepped up to the challenge to take on this qualifier, all vying to take that next step through in their competitive journeys.
Yeah, it was a very impressive performance to begin with Jordan as well. That's the kind of action, that fast-paced style, even from bottom, even from guard, that we hope to see more of today.
Incredibly intentional, incredibly precise, and incredibly effective.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DVA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
Our next match, out of the red corner, representing the Grappling Club, Ethan Phillips. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Sydney Wrestling Academy, Omar Al-Hami.
Very interesting clash of styles here. Omar Al-Hami versus Ethan Phillips first up. You've got some insights into Ethan, a double guard pull first, for sure.
Yeah, Ethan's someone that I've had spent a lot of time in the training room with. I know he's very confident, very capable just about from anywhere.
Ooh, outside Ashy spinning into the inside Ashy position. Omar up to the task in challenging and relenting on a footlock of his own.
Yeah, not surprised to see both these guys trying to attack lower body submissions to begin with. As Omar was cranking on that footlock for a second there, now into an inside Ashy position of his own.
They are trading Ashies like fire right now. A through grip Aoki from Ethan versus an inside heel hook from Omar. You would think potentially the inside heel hook has priority here, but it just depends on how well versed Ethan is at turning over that inside angle of the ankle. A very strong bite here from Omar, and it's panic mode from Ethan. And there you have it.
That makes it 2 matches, 2 quick submissions to kick off the bracket today.
Absolutely incredible. It's fire from the beginning.
Your winner, out of the blue corner, Omar Al-Hami.
And as we know, this is a seeded event as well, and some of these guys aren't even the highest seeds. When we start to see some of the talent unfold, you are going to see repeat performances because, Sean, this is a double elimination bracket today.
Yeah, so we're going to see both the winners and losers compete for at least one more time for each of them. So you'll get to see more of what these guys can showcase and still keep themselves in the running for that $3,000 prize and a spot in the PGF qualifier.
High stakes.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us. Let's have a chat. These things can be claims for DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Next up is our female super fight. First up, I just want to say thank you to both these ladies for coming on and representing the females of Australia. Both had matches cancelled short notice and took it against each other at 11:30 last night. So thank you to them. But first up, out of the red corner, from New Meta Jiu-Jitsu, Amber Smith.
representing Plaza BJJ, Jamie Meredith.
Here we go. Both of these athletes have been involved in championship caliber matches in the past, and we have to assume that they've both had their warm-ups cut short because there's a statement being made tonight.
Yeah, there's been no rest for the weary at all tonight. Amber very quick to pull guard there. Big props to Amber being a late replacement in this one, taking on someone the caliber of Jamie as well.
Jamie is doing a nice job at using knee slices with camping. She's playing her levels very well. Some outside flanking and hand fighting as Amber goes straight in to inside position. And you can see that Jamie has that ability to be moving through position and changing elevation very quickly using HQ, using knee cut, using flanking, using rollovers. And then Amber up to the task in her ability to invert into the legs at the same time. A great clash of styles and technique.
Yeah, you see immediately Jamie now settling into the side control position, nicely adapting to the position that Amber was throwing up there to solidify that pass.
Classic attacks here now from the side control position, earning the head and arm chopping block. And we can see Jamie using a nice knee slice and a roll out on the hip rotation to achieve the mount position.
Yeah, this is something we've seen before from Jamie in matches. She recently competed in the gi over at the Asian Open and actually won gold in her weight class, which is a huge achievement for someone coming from the Sunshine Coast as well. Amber trying to buck her off over the top and use sort of a plan B escape.
And unfortunately that does leave arms extended, but it has worked out for her. If she can split the middle here, she might have a good shot at a backside 50. And she does so. So this is going to be an interesting negotiation for Jamie and Amber.
Yeah, Jamie's gone from a very dominant position to really the tables turning quite quickly on her here. We'll see how she can deal with this sort of spot.
Amber beautifully recollecting the foot line there, using a double unders grip to collect toes and ankle in almost a reverse tombstone style situation. Amber still looking at splitting the middle here to really constitute a threat, and it could be heel to knee bar, and a nice back step there from Jamie. Not out of trouble yet.
No, she was able to slip the heel in that turn as well. She's hit some really interesting submissions from here. She could be in on a bit of a bear trap variation there for a second. But in matches before, she's hit things like front headlocks and darces from that 50-50 position, which I know I certainly can't do, but, you know.
The dexterity of that leg there from Amber, bringing it over to threaten the Choi bar, made a posture-up response from Jamie, and Jamie utilizes it to get that reverse scoop grip, coming straight into the back attack from that scoop, inverting through, and then transitioning into the mount, converting position extremely well.
Yeah, as we approach the halfway mark as well, Jamie has looked completely calm in all those positions that she's found herself in. Very good positional awareness, especially getting that far hook in there and then immediately transitioning to the mount once she felt that that back position was lost.
Very technically composed mount defense here from Amber as she looked to cross frame on the hip, but that one bridge left her out of position. And now, even though she's answering the phone, Jamie has a strong side head arm bite here with the hand trapped. How much effort are we going to put into this submission, and how calm can Amber remain? Opting in to go back to the mount now, does Jamie. Oh, gets a strong figure four grip on this. This could be a crushing finish here if she really pursues it.
Yeah, Amber might be able to get it, and she does, but Jamie immediately in on that arm.
What an incredible transition from offense to escape back onto attack. Amber holding onto her own foot here to try and stave off this armbar attempt. And it's keeping her thumb pointed down for the time being.
Yeah, not something you see too often, but Jamie's doing well to chase it and adjust with the position again.
Ultimately, it succeeds in its purpose. And almost a chance at reverse guard here. And now Amber splitting the middle once again, reminiscent of earlier in the match.
Yeah, once again looking to enter in on the legs. It's where she had the most success before. Not surprised to see her chain her defense into that. But here is a Das attempt.
Oh, Das off the weave. Beautiful job. Slamming to the hip. And it seems to be the neck attacks from Jamie, the upper body attacks, and the lower body attacks from Amber. And Mount for the third time in the match now.
Yeah, Jamie just again looking really comfortable, really confident in her positional awareness at all times. She did really well to get her knee into Amber's hip there to solidify top position and immediately slid over to the mount. You can tell this is something she's done many, many times in the training room.
And look, via the PGF rule set, this is a rule set that ensures action. We have not seen one penalty, not one complacency, no warnings for lack of combativity because they have just been going hammer and tong from the beginning. And let me tell you, for a positional battle, that is extremely impressive.
Yeah, and the way she's got her leg thread through there, she's going to either, fall back on the arm, immediately trying to hitchhiker is Amber. Oh, she does well to slip the elbow out that time.
Impressive escape, impressive follow-up, never-ending scrambles, and a beautiful match put together by these two athletes so far. 20 seconds left in regulation here. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges favor this. There's been attacks back and forth. Jamie has had positional ascendancy. She's had numerous shots at neck and arm. And another shoulder trap armbar here. That's very deep.
Oh, and she got it right at the end. Beautiful work from Jamie Meredith. Hell of a match from both of these athletes.
What a beautiful example of the caliber of athlete that Australia has here to display to the world here at the PGF Season 10 qualifier.
Girls, don't forget to grab your money bags.
Money well earned from those two.
Hey, if I knew we were throwing out money bags, I'd put on my spare kit underneath this lovely suit that I'm wearing today and jump out and take on Big Pete himself. Look, it's catching some of these replays here. I'm so thankful that we have this feature. Look at the intricacy of these positions as they play out. Amber with the knee block, but through that knee shield, a shoulder trap armbar goes far and deep immediately. What a clutch finish there from Jamie.
Yeah, there was less than, I think, 15 seconds left on the clock, but that did not mean that she took it easy at all. That armbar, she felt the differences. She went for it, I believe there was a third attempt at that submission, and that time she was able to adjust and she was able to find that breaking pressure.
I'm so excited for the next matchup.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
What a match. And now we're back to our bracket. First up, out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, David Doyle.
The number one seed, David Stoilescu, Baby Dave, stepping onto the mats for the first time here today. He's got a big rap on him, and it's not for no reason. And he's going to be taking on a man who earned his way to this spot.
Out of the blue corner, representing Courage Training Centre, Jordan Piggott.
his second appearance this evening in very quick succession as well. Picked up the quick heel hook victory in the first round.
David Stoilescu, incredibly cerebral. Watch for him to understand the rule set and really go after his attacks. Oh, straight onto the Ashi, outside Ashi, and he had a really strong bite on a Woj pressure there. Jordan Pickett up to the task and setting the wedge, but it didn't get past that outside Ashi attack, transitioning from one to the next. Serious bite here on that Woj pressure.
Relentless in chaining those attacks together is Baby Dave so far.
Jordan using his inversions to stave off the angles, which is incredibly smart because it represents bolo threats and back exposure, whilst at the same time changing the angle on the footlock away from the attacker's advantage, and has led to him having a shootout opportunity of his own.
Yeah, interesting to see, especially after that first match with Jordan clearly having a game plan going after those legs. He's willing to go against one of the best leg lockers that Australia has to offer, really. Takes a lot of guts.
Yeah, going 1-to-1 with one of the best and well known as well. Okay, here we're going to get a nice little reset from the ref. We're not going to let it move into the couches here. And as per the rules meeting and as it is, we're going to try to replicate this position as closely as we possibly can. It shouldn't be too difficult. Outside Ashi there for David Stoilescu, and once the referee and both combatants are happy with the position, we will get that restart.
All right, off we go. Back at it, Dave Stoyle in that outside Ashi position. We saw him, did look like he was trying to look for the outside heel hook from here just a second ago, but he is holding onto that ankle grip, looking very calm, very composed, as he really tries to make quick work of this matchup.
He's incredibly adept at shifting angles within the lock of the ankle lock itself, using single butterfly Ashi, using shotgun grips to go inner and outer breaking, Aoki breaking to Woj lock breaking, all within the same sequence.
Yeah, interestingly, coming off of that leg entanglement as well. Be interesting to see how he approaches the guard of Jordan Pickett.
Nice. Reading the inversion, double under stack pass. Great way to deal with a leg entanglement player and a dexterous guard player at that. Inside camp here, single under off the knee cut.
Yeah, Jordan did very well to address the double unders there as well, getting his hips back, getting his knee back in front of him as he enters into the outside Ashi of his own. Might look to shelve it to a 50-50 position.
Super impressive for him to be able to extract the line like that, but you sort of, in my view there, David kind of let a few things happen. He felt this shifting to a 50-50 position, and as soon as the position was solidified, he went on an attack of his own. So instead of pursuing the position outright, he kind of let a few things happen and set the trap there. But again, Jordan more than up to the task. This is a competitive matchup.
Yeah, it's been a great showing from Jordan so far as well, and this could be quite, a long evening for him as well. They are 6-minute matches, but those will add up and take their toll if they hope to make it all the way to the finals.
I forget, but...
Yep, a little bit of conferring, but it certainly was 50-50 from our perspective as well. The referee has to do the best job they possibly can to replicate the position. And David Stoilescu has beautifully modified his lock there on the outside of the hip to take it exactly where he wanted it to go. And he seems to be favoring this cross footlock position to break on that Woj pressure. But, again, look at Jordan Pickett on that tombstone control, passing the foot to the outside. He has a measure of control here that David really has to address.
Yeah, you can see David still looking really calm, getting his own foot back underneath him, able to cross his legs again and immediately into attack of his own. It looked like an inside heel hook from my position. Great win from Dave and a great matchup between these two.
It's one of those things. He's one of the best for a reason. And when we zoom out a little bit on that match, every time Jordan looked to move to 50-50 specifically, David led him, because he knew that he would have the answer in the counterattack. and he was correct in that assessment.
Yeah, Dave also showing a great variety of attacks as well. Obviously was very happy to stand up from those entanglements as well, show a bit of passing pressure, looked like outside passing as well, dealt with what was in front of him, and look forward to seeing more of him in the matches to come.
The standard has been set, Sean. Absolutely amazing so far. I feel privileged to be sitting here in this position, to be witnessing this. The first time ever this event has taken place in this nation. They call me Nick Batman Hughes, but I'm dressed up in my Bruce Wayne attire today for the occasion as well.
Very fitting, I must say.
Our next match, our ring corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Josh La.
The number 5 seed, Joshua La. Do not sleep on this man. He is going to surprise some people in this competition as he constantly battles for technical progression. He is one of the leaders in the state of Queensland here in Australia, and he is going to show you why right now.
And his opponent, our blue corner, representing Academy 411, Nicholas Bilton.
Wow, and just as we give Josh the rap, Nick Bilton takes center stage. Another incredibly accomplished grappler, ADCC trials veteran and a leg lock specialist of his own. Coming from Academy 411 in New South Wales, another premier gym, coached by Raf Bardi. He is the real deal. What a match. What a match.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one for sure. If we thought the last one with leg lock shootouts was interesting, I'm expecting nothing less from these two as well.
Now, Josh, we expect to pull guard smoothly at the beginning, and Nick is very well rounded. He is very, very likely to understand that this would be the game plan from Josh.
Yeah, see Josh immediately inverting, trying to enter into a backside 50-50 position.
Has that matrix hook, turning into crab, turning into an Ashy of his own, belly down, shotgun grip.
Wow. Just like that.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. Josh La. I mean,
by submission, out of the red corner, Josh La.
we were looking at that to be a back and forth match of technical aptitude and awareness, and Josh said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to bring out the precision and get this done quickly.
Yeah, he is not getting paid by the hour at all. Looking forward to his next matchup, which will be against Baby Dave.
And here's the replay here. That short K-hook, or that spider hook on that back hamstring, measured the distance and pace perfectly to then go belly down on that shotgun grip. What a key detail there for Josh La.
Yeah, that is a competitor that is all about those small details, and it's really what has put him above so many people that he has competed against, especially in that particular area on the legs.
Every
Not sure if your condition
single
is
match is
playable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it, book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
Our next matchup, out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, Axel Howie.
We are going deep into the brackets now. Axel Howie, a standout competitor, a breakout competitor this year on the Australian scene. Deep runs at both of the ADCC Trials events. Big upsets and a big rap on this young man. Watch for him to state his claim here at the PGF Qualifier.
Jiu-Jitsu, Joey Parr.
Joey Parr looking to represent his gym, a coach and owner down in Ballina at New Meta Jiu-Jitsu as well. Someone we've seen compete on the Who's Next stage before. We saw him earlier this year competing against Flynn May in a super fight, and that match was all action all the time. I expect nothing less from Joey and Axel in this one.
Absolutely. Joey's no walkover, but don't let me put the commentator's curse on him. Always a smooth and measured approach from Joey. He's minus a battle beard right now, but he's not minus his skill and technique. Axel, very well versed in all positions, straight onto a single under drag position.
Well, they say they're looking for excitement in these PGF matches. Axel immediately trying to jump past the guard of Joey to begin with. And then I'm not surprised to see him immediately fall back on a leg as well and take a more measured approach to what's in front of him.
Yeah, Axel is very good at creating flanking opportunities to develop some hanging feet from his opponent and then snatch them up very, very quickly. He's also a fantastic wrestler and counter wrestler. Beautiful Kanabasami attempt there, rolling into the saddle position, but he's opted to move to the primary leg as his focus. But Joey is an incredible bolo player as well, so this could be a little bit risky here for Axel.
Yeah, I imagine both of those guys are going to be comfortable in those kind of entanglements as well. Expect Joey to sort of hunt the back once he gets those knee lines free, and expect Axel to continue to use this outside passing like that. He will be happy to force a turtle and then try and attack the back from there. We saw that a lot in his trials run just recently.
Yeah, and Axel will be happy that Joey is choosing to play supine, and just like that goes back on the foot, choosing to play supine against a standing and flanking player to continuously give him bites at those hanging feet. And he's got beautiful outside braking pressure. And again, Joey inverting to change the angle, relieve the pressure, and now a blast underhook knee cut. Yeah. Beautiful work from Axel.
Beautifully timed pass there. He's going to really look to just make Joey feel it here. Would not be surprised to see him very quickly move into the mount position, or again, force that turtle and try and play into his game.
Sydney West alumni, so well versed in every position. And Axel got the memo today. It says go for the submission over absolutely everything, and that's what he's doing. And that's not a bad way to go, considering he just showed his dominance with that cut and pass. It's like you score one on the board for position, you score one on the board for submission, and you leave no doubts in anyone's mind.
It'll be interesting to see how he approaches from a guard position. We haven't seen that yet this matchup. Same with Joey, see how he approaches passing this guy.
Axel is very good at achieving inside position dilemmas, and Joey very good at knee wedge bolo. Outside heel hook attempt here from Axel. He's gathering back that knee line to get the outside ashi, but Joey's got that short hook to create a contest.
Well, Joey gripping on the right leg of Axel there. He's going to look to throw that over into a backside position of his own.
Nice, yeah, had the reverse Mikey grip there and spun the leg to try and make a play. And now, yeah, looking at some bolo work here. Threading and looking at bolo.
Looking to threaten the bolo, and that's the second time. Oh, wow. Just like that.
Wow, every single match has been finished by submission. And barring one super fight, every submission on the legs.
Axel Howie.
Be keen to look at the replay for that one. Felt like the grip and the finish, there was milliseconds in between them there. Excellent braking pressure and positional awareness from Axel Howie.
Automatic finish here. There was a contest being generated. Axel felt that he could backstep into that saddle. And as Joey looked to turn, it was this one spin, At one elevation, he's heisted in the outside Ashi, and bang, straight back down on it. As soon as his hips came down, the pressure came through, and it was automatic. This is a brilliant angle for it.
Yeah, you can see that bolo attempt that we mentioned Joey was obviously looking for. And yeah, getting that grip on the outside heel, falling into the positional control from there, and it was imminent.
Yeah, another trademark of the Sydney West team is they're all very well versed in the outside Ashi position, and they're able to heist up nice and high to keep themselves safe in the spot, and they have automatic finishes when they get their handles set.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us, let's have a chat. These things can be claims for DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Our next matchup, out of the red corner, representing Sydney Wrestling Academy, Omar Al-Hami.
Making his second appearance of the evening is Omar Al-Hami, someone that came in on relatively short notice into this bracket as well. That has not stopped him from implementing his game. He is a gamer to say the least, and he will take on all comers. Doesn't matter where you are in Australia, Omar is coming after it.
And his opponent out of the blue corner, representing SJJ18, Marco Albuquerque.
Here we go, guys. Very highly anticipated debut here. João Marco. The rap on this man is no joke. He's the current Subversion welterweight champion. Also happens to be the ADCC South American Trials 4th place. He's a GI national champion twice. He is fast-paced. He is looking to push the action. He is an incredible back taker, and he has a success rate higher than almost anyone in this country right now.
He is the number 2 seed for a reason. So big task ahead for Omar, but immediately and very comfortably pulling guards smoothly. Not surprised by that one at all. Immediately attacking the far leg off the outside spin.
And Marco may be a little bit of an outlier in this field, as he is predominantly a passer, and he's very well versed at countering and defending off of leg entanglements. He will fight anyone of any weight, anywhere. He's taken on some of the highest level black belts in this country constantly and proven that he can navigate. Oh, nice row drag to a back step there. But look at Al-Hami. Look how composed he is.
Yeah, again, going into that De La Hiva and trying that outside spin, potentially looking out from a way to guard type of position, trying to attack the back, but that was twice that he collected the far leg on that particular movement.
Yeah, beautiful. This time opting in to collect both legs, almost on a limb switch on that outside spin. And what a beautiful sequence the previous one. Oh, a tombstone grip on the inside Ashi creates a strong response and gets into a crab ride situation off of that transition. He is keeping Marco very honest right now.
Yeah, Marco's been had the answer for every question that Omar's thrown up so far, but you have to wonder if Omar can really solidify a position with a tight grip. You'd have to imagine with the breaking pressure and that kind of tombstone grip that we see from a lot of those Sydney Wrestling Academy guys, he could cause troubles for Marco very, very soon.
Yeah, that tombstone grip is how you block the hip from spinning in those open positions. But as we've said, João is a passer. He's very good at negotiating, getting reads, understanding the overall structure and game plan of his opponents, and then creating his openings. But again, there it is. There's the tombstone grip, which shuts down the hip rotation. If they want to run and spin, they can't. Now he can because he's starting to pocket the heel.
Oh, he's looking to counter this time, is Marco. Different way to address those leg entanglements. And I would say, yeah, off the reset here, they're going to reset into that inside Ashi position, or saddle rather.
Zhao Marco is likely a little bit surprised right now at the efficacy of Elhami's game, of Omar's game. And you know what? I'm a little bit surprised as well. This is a breakout performance right now, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, it would mean a lot for Omar to take out the number 2 seed, as well as also someone that's placed 4th in trials and South American trials as well. No joke at all.
Yes, Marco looking to flank a little bit more now. He has to be very aware of the effectiveness of Omar's inside and outside foot positioning now. He can play full guard, he can play inside spins, he can play outside spins. This is a very effective guard player right now. Early underhook, breaking down into K, and he's going to be equally as powerful here. And again, another entry that tips Marco to the floor. And Marco now looking to counter with his own 50-50 and footlock. Will it be enough?
Well, it looks like there's a fair bit of pressure there. Omar looking very calm, trying to keep moving, trying to put weight into that trap leg as well.
Intriguing battle here, and you have to think via the rule set and understanding that it is a submission-only rule set with attacks being the highest order of priority. All of the entries have come by the way of Omar, and Zhao has been responding until this moment.
Yeah, I would say up until, the last 20 seconds or so, this has really been Omar pushing the pace and dictating how this matchup is going. And now with him in this top position as well, it'll be interesting to see if he looks to fall back on the legs or if he looks to split those legs and look to solidify a top position and pass.
Zhao looking to create a new angle of attack by dropping that hook through the center, and he does so there by exposing the heel, getting into a saddle position, rolling through.
Oh, it looks like there was the submission
Wow.
there.
Every single submission is just lightning fast. When these guys get what they need, there's no messing around. It is automatic. And that beautiful inside spin, resetting the angle, exposing the saddle, exposing the heel. Brutal effectiveness, brutal efficiency.
Yeah, great showing and a great win for Zhao Marco. Well, it looks like
Money
he's
bag.
picked himself up a little bonus as well. I'm sure he's going to go home happy.
Right here, creates the saddle, creates the inside heel bite. Right there, bang. As soon as he landed on that spin through to the right hip again, it was automatic belly down pressure. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break here, guys. Going to get a little reset. Be ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are about to begin the first round of our repechage of the double elimination bracket. First up, out of the red corner, representing Art Suave, McKelty Clink.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, this is where the day gets interesting. It's double elimination, so we're now into that repechage bracket where McKelty Clink makes his return to the mats.
Representing Sydney Wrestling Academy, Omar Al-Hami.
Well, a relatively quick turnaround for Omar as well. We talked about a bit of a breakout performance in the first round. He'll be looking to follow that up, work his way back towards that spot in the finals later today.
Yeah, I've got no problems getting as much of Omar Al-Hami on the mat as we possibly can. This is going to be a fireworks matchup yet again.
Alrighty, here we go in our first repechage match of this evening. Omar immediately pulling guard into the legs again. It looked like McKelty was thinking about a counter. He is countering. Had an ankle lock grip for a second, but very aware of it, very hip to it was Omar.
Omar's very, very smooth with attaining and also extracting his own knee line when he gets in a little bit of danger, playing predominantly outside guards for outside spins and moving to outside positions.
He wasn't quite able to solidify the entanglement just there, but he's continuing to go back, like switching sides with De La Riva to his left and K-Guard on his right. We saw him do the same style of leg lock entries in his first matchup.
Yeah, that wader bolo, shin bolo style, now threatening false reap. Beautiful positioning on his reverse De La Riva, turning this into a reap style thread. Has a little bit of a bite here on the knee line, gets closer to the hip, so he has double trouble with a saddle double trouble position, masterfully weaved.
Yeah, nicely done from McKelty as well to extract his leg there. He was very aware of it. He stayed calm in those positions where we've seen Omar hit some really devastating footlocks and inside heel hooks in the past.
McKelty wisely looking to close distance, slow the space, plug up all those gaps, making sure that anything that he cuts is... Oh, and just as I say this, as soon as he opened up any type of position, another lightning fast bite and finish.
Lightning fast is the right description. Another heel hook victory for Omar.
Someone needs to go out the back and tell these guys that they have arms and necks also available. A beautiful story being written here as Omar, and you can see McKelty closing. As soon as he opens, bam, the hand weaves through. He tried to sit back on that drag heel.
Yeah, you can see as soon as the free leg of McKelty came close to Omar, he immediately was able to invert and start attacking it there. Thought he was going to look to potentially go to an outside Archie or an inside Archie position, but ends up getting the inside heel hook finish yet again.
Yeah, he had both legs locked within his own triangle there, which is a very impressive way to finish, and a double palm grip on the outside of the heel.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
Our next match, out of the red corner, representing the Grappling Club, Ethan Phillips.
So our second rep charge match of this evening. Ethan looking to earn his way back into the main bracket. Did fall to an inside heel hook from Omar in the first round. It was a relatively quick match as well. So Ethan, if I could describe him in one word, it would be cardio. I expect he'll have plenty in the gas tank for this one.
Corner, representing Courage Training Centre, Jordan Piggott.
And Jordan is back. So this is where the stories are written in the repechage division as they fight hard to work their way towards the final bracket. And Jordan shown his skill, shown his heart, and now he gets to show his resilience as well.
Immediately pulling guard is Ethan Phillips. When going into De La Riva, immediately trying to invert to the outside as well. Expect that bolo back take type of game, potentially waiter guard, like we kind of saw from Omar in the previous matchup.
Limb switch there attempted, but that gave Jordan the opening that he needed. And immediately we're into a solidified Ashy position here. Outside Ashy, outside heel hook, braking pressure coming through. He's turning his knees down to the floor to give him this wedge on the far side, and now we're going off.
I'm going to assume there were some sounds coming from Ethan's knee just then, causing the reaction from Jordan.
Either that or Jordan was about to eat a sandwich off the table.
Yeah, front row truly means front row.
Can someone bring me one of those sandwiches, please? Yes, and on the restart, an immediate break of position as combatants had a little bit of time to figure out how they were going to play this next portion of the match.
Ethan opting to stay in the guard position there as well. We'll see if Jordan looks to fall back on a leg lock, similar to what we just saw, or if he looks to try and solidify a top position with passing this time.
Similar transition there as Jordan picked up the top leg off of the bolo attempt and immediately solidifies the finish this time. Beautiful work. No one's going to have any feet left at the end of this. There's going to be 16 combatants with 0 feet.
Out of the blue corner, Jordan Piggott.
Now, the athletes here this evening doing well for the physio and physical therapy market here in Brisbane.
And here it is again, scoop grip on the outside De La Riva. You can see the top leg couldn't clear the hip line, and a dual grip there, overhooking and shotgunning to take the solidification of the knee line. And as soon as he heists up from the outside Ashy, he booms down with braking pressure and gets the quick finish.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us, let's have a chat. These things can be claimed for DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Our next match, out of the red corner, representing Sydney Wrestling Academy, Omar Al-Hami.
This is the nature of the repechage bracket. Match after match, chance after chance to work your way back to the final. And I've got no problems with seeing Omar Al-Hami come back to the mats.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing New Meta Jiu-Jitsu, Joey Park.
Sean, what a matchup. What a matchup.
Fireworks expected, no doubt about it. I would say these guys have, well, Omar particularly has had relatively a fair amount of mat time, but man, I would say cardio is not really going to be a big concern for these guys.
Both of these guys have Jack Butler level cardio.
Right, anticipate similar to what we saw in Joey's first matchup, him looking for those wedging back takes as well, which he's in on right now.
Up to the task. I mean, anytime you're playing an outside ashy game or you've got an outside spin heavy game, you have to know that counter bolos are on the way. But a guy who plays inversions and plays crabs, they're going to know what's on offer.
You'd have to imagine this is just going to be move for move until someone can really solidify either an entanglement or a back take in that sense.
Joey, a nice little switch of play there, coming down nice and low, but it didn't come off for him. His leg was extracted away from his center line, even though he was on his knees. Nice short hooking work there and hamstring pressing from Joey. That's the sign of a brilliant bolo player, as they know how to get their space for their movements.
Yeah, it looked like for a second there Omar was about to have a nice bite on that inside heel hook, and he's immediately sliding it back into the saddle, again using the tombstone grip, this time
Beautiful.
From inside Ashi.
Oh, that was millimeters away from a finish, and transitioned his own heel hook into the wedging bolo back take. Joey passes the front side, the wedge leg across the hip line, which creates some threats of his own. Figure fours his grip for some Woj pressure, but loses it there. What a beautiful sequence, Sean.
Yeah, really, it's like they exchanged games for a moment there.
Beautiful. Reverse Mikey is going to give him a really nice, and he throws the outside leg over. He's going to go for Locky Lock here as he presses that foot to the chest. Really, really nice usage from Reverse Mikey to Locky Lock. A subtle exchange, but if you keep up to date with the new meta, then you'll be all over it.
I want to say nice pun there as well.
A brilliant match taking place center mat right now. Only can be seen on the PGF Qualifier Season 10, hosted by Who's Next Grappling here in Australia for the very first time. Sets up in the Locky Lock. Amazing. Can he get that lateral knee bar off the tombstone? Omar's booting out to try and thwart it, and does really well at getting laces in there to extract his own knee line. It is a mirror match right now. Someone picked the same character on Mortal Kombat.
Looking very calm there through that whole thing. You could hardly tell that someone was trying to actively break his leg.
The ankle ligaments are the most disrespected body part in grappling. Inversion for inversion, knee line for knee line, threat for threat. Most of this match has taken place upside down. Omar encroaching in on the space on the hip line for a wedging back take, turns it into a crab inversion of his own, and Joey gets the foot in front of the hip line to get some exposure. Nice figure four, turning over and looking for an inside Ashi, but cannot quite affect it. And another beautiful spinning wedge back take counter.
Yeah, he had a toe hold for a second, did Joey. It looks like, well, in this position just before, he did try and attack a knee bar, but nice transition there.
That was a beautiful adaptation. That's a Levi Jones-Leary adaptation. He did it to Jeremy Skinner in the final of ADCC trials. That was that double wind. Didn't quite get the back out of it, but that was a beautiful adaptation from Omar Elhami.
Joey looked like he was going for almost kind of like a Sao Paulo pass, a no-gi Sao Paulo pass there, but you got to be very aware of bringing your arm across the body there front and exposing your back as a result.
From new game to old game to it doesn't matter. It is all grappling and it is all on display. What a brilliant match. Nothing more can be said about the caliber of these athletes, but what they are doing is they are rising to the occasion. They are bringing every part of their game to the mats today.
It's such a huge opportunity. You can tell that everyone that stepped on the mats this evening has really, really given it their all because they know what's at stake here.
False reap, well met there by Joey again, and he's playing down on his knees as well. Just he knows how effective Omar can be with entanglements. He did get the leg extracted from this position previously, but it's hips away and knees down, which is going to open the upper body threads.
And looked like Omar was trying to enter in on K-guard again, as he does exactly that on the far leg.
And oohs and ahs from me and everyone in the crowd there, as that was a nice turnover, but with not a lot of control. Knee cut straight down to the floor, trying to get inside that hip line. And now Joey again switching up gameplay, single under, double under, dealing with a dexterous guard player 101. And because of it, Omar adapts yet again and goes to the full guard. Can't stack past a full guard, but maybe a return to the subcontinent.
So it looks like Joey's might be looking to switch up his passing style here, but Omar immediately going into that K-guard entry yet again.
A really nice one, a beautiful outside to inside adaptation there, but Joey just sneaks his knee line out, looks for a Kanibasami step over of his own. False reap met with a strong shoulder grip there as well, and then straight back onto the leg. It's just crazy. They are trading like Pokemon cards right now.
Inside spin from 50-50. He might have the grip here on the inside heel.
We've got 30 seconds left. Stop. Stay. Gripping's here. Inside.
We're going to have the best effort here from our referee, as per the PGF rules, to replicate this position on reset. And Sean, this could be clutch right here. If someone is sneaky on this reset or has the wherewithal to get what they need control-wise, it could be a determining factor with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, with 30 seconds left on the clock, you'd imagine this is going to be the best opportunity for Joey here. But immediately coming up on top is Omar.
Omar felt something with that shoulder grip that he had before, and he made a beautiful effect of it to get all the way through.
Joey refusing to settle, was posting on the hips, did very well to hip bump there and get back to a top position himself.
Yeah, Omar's use of shoulder crunch is met by Joey's backflip.
And for the first time this evening, we are going to see a judge's decision.
Yep, that's what happens when you pick the same character on Mortal Kombat at a fireworks matchup, all mirrored moves, and a beautiful display of technical jiu-jitsu. How do you call this? Look at this. Exchange after exchange, knee line after knee line, extraction after extraction, fight after fight.
And your winner in a very close decision, our red corner, Omar El-Hami.
Omar takes it. Incredible display, and the story will continue for Omar, and the bag is on the mat.
A well-earned bonus for Omar. He is putting in a shift this afternoon, and he is not done yet.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
And our next matchup, out of the red corner, representing Academy 411, Nicholas Bilton.
Bilton is back, and he has a lot more to offer. He is going to be looking to regroup and regather from his first match. And maybe the shock factor has worn off a little bit. He's warmed up a little bit more. And we'll really get to see what Nick Bilton has to offer, which is quite a lot.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing Courage Training Centre, Jordan Piggott.
Iron Man of this event so far, Jordan Piggott.
Both of these guys travelling a fair way to be here this evening. It's great to see grapplers from all over Australia take this opportunity that's in front of them. Neither guy is going to want to leave with nothing, so they're going to leave it all out there on the mats.
Jordan has been bringing that surprise factor all night, and Nick did get caught out a little bit with maybe a bit of a slow start in his previous match. So let's see how this one plays out.
I think this might be the first time this evening no one's pulled guard immediately as well.
Was that a takedown? Beautiful. This is where Bilton does like to be. He has options from these positions. He'll be looking at the 2-on-1 grip on the far side, potential false reap on the near side leg. He's wonderful at off-balancing and creating inside dilemmas. And up to the task is Jordan with the fly-through armbar against that inversion. And Nick sitting back on the heel, but again, Jordan wrapping over with the counter armbar. Reverse guard. Is it going to be an A-block finish here? No, Bilton looking to split the middle. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Sean, match after match after match of lightning-fast finishes, incredible counters. This event is delivering in a big, big way.
We keep using that phrase, but it is apt. Lightning fast is the best way to describe it. Nick Bilton not wasting any time either. He'll be moving on in that repechage bracket.
The repechage really does add that element of storyline and just an opportunity for each person to give a solid account of themselves. And this is the moment in action here as the reverse guard stepped through the middle. He got a little bit of extension exposure and an inside heel hook pulling up through the middle. Really solidified it and brought it home for Nick Bilton.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us, let's have a chat. These things can be claims for DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Our next matchup, we move back to the winners bracket into the semi-finals. And first up out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, David Stoyle.
The return of the #1 seed, David Stoilescu. He's had a bit of time to recoup and recover, and he's got another outstanding performer waiting for him behind that curtain, proving himself yet again. Let's see where this one goes.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Joshua La.
Josh La returning to the mats after a lightning quick, I'll use it again, lightning fast heel hook win in the first round. And I know this is a matchup that I'm sure he's wanted for a long time and looking for those opportunities to really prove himself against some of the best grapplers that Australia has to offer.
Stylistically, this is intriguing. We know Josh is going to pull. We understand David's effectiveness and his diversity and his intellect. But Josh, equally as game, equally as intelligent. What is this going to be? You can see Josh has that amazing ability to invert his hips to get his soles of the feet facing the sky from any position while staying central at the same time. It's going to be a puzzle that David has to figure out.
Yeah, we saw Dave was very willing to pass by. Right as I say that, he falls back on a leg lock, and he was very, very willing to put himself into that type of game with Josh.
And it was the exact same in the previous matchup. He just allows 50-50 to happen because he's so confident in these positions. But Josh is just an absolute sniper when it comes to these leg entanglement exchanges. His finishing attribute for submissions is no joke, and he's on a serious Aoki there against Davies' far side leg, or the secondary leg. And let's see if Stoilescu can gather. He pinches his knees up nice and high, extends to find the Woj pressure of his own, and that is a pump Woj lock right there that Josh inverts to stave off. Beautiful sequences.
Yeah, not surprised to see Dave coming up again. We'll see if his approach to Josh's guard varies as this match goes on. He was very happy to step into 50-50 before. Flying into it more like it this time.
Flying into a 2-over, which is the top leg and the top arm. Obviously, he may have been looking to collect either one, but he still has that opportunity now, and he pockets the far side leg into his near side hip to create the limb switch. And Josh does an incredible job at creating separation of his own. Outstanding. It's just incredible to witness. This event has continuously impressed.
Yeah, back and forth they go. Dave switching it up again there just for a second, looking to dive his head into and solidify a top position, looking to potentially pass, maybe get to north-south.
Yeah, and north-south passing, pinning passing may be the way for Davey to create a break of cycle in this match. You know, creating hanging feet is one thing, but yeah, you can see it now. He's trying to get past that hip line with his flanking and create pinning flanks with north-south passing, picking up those knees, picking up those wedges, but it's so hard to do against a guy who can put his foot behind his head for breakfast.
And that lateral movement from Dave there, going under the legs this time, really trying to vary his passing approaches as mentioned before. Now it looks like he's trying to turn Josh over, potentially even force turtle. And he's going to find it.
Yeah, forcing turtle and using double under stack passing is either north-south or double under stack. It's those two ends of the spectrum that you can go for when you're facing a seriously dexterous guard like Josh. And Josh La has had a storied ability to really puzzle people with the style of guard that he plays. But David is up to the task, almost threatening a Sita Katagatami, and at the very least, a strong front headlock opening system, and then Josh weaving into the half guard to thwart it.
Yeah, we talk about his ability to re-guard. He really displayed it there, stayed very, very calm under pressure there from Dave. Thought we might actually see a choke this evening.
Josh says no. Let's go back to the legs. Again, north-south dives. And, you know, a beautiful counter armbar, throwing it straight over for Choi Bar status. Limb switching down below, which is a hard defensive cycle. Davies up to the task. And I was just about to say, those north-south threats make your opponents throw their legs over, which is then how you enter into those double under stack passes, which Dave is doing on a loop. But he got caught out with one of those flying legs turning into a Choi Bar counterattack. That is a high leg if I've ever seen it. A high leg right next to your own chin.
Dave continuing to use lateral movement in his passing there. We saw the most success he really had was chaining together the outside passing with the under the leg passing before. He has shelved that leg and he's going to find a leg drag as a result.
Winding leg drag pass from outside. It was the first time he chose to pass right with authority, and he did so successfully with that drag. David, of course, going to be very conscious that this is a huge moment in the match for him, a defining moment as he broke those cycles. He's going to take his time getting his left hand to the deltoid and right hand attached to his own wrist. He's tried to pocket the shoulder there, but it didn't quite work. He was on the clock momentarily there because the referees could see him looking to solidify position and really milk it a little bit. to stamp that control point, but you can't do that in the PGF rule set. They're going to put you on the shot clock, and you've got to make a movement happen.
Yeah, it is all about fast-paced action, and you can see that has continued. As soon as that shot clock was called, these two have not stopped since then.
Josh keeping the soles of his feet as close to Davy's center line as he possibly can. You can see constantly Davy pushing that top leg through the center, looking to sit back, looking to drive forward. And there you go. For the second time only, we go the distance. Davy comes up with the finger raised to the sky. He believes he's taken the decision. He was correct in that assessment.
Yeah, so David Stoyle is going to move on to the next round, the finals, and he's earned himself a bonus as well. Someone throwing him a nice little cash prize for that one.
But you know that means Josh goes down to the repechage bracket. He's going to have an opportunity to fight his way back. That is what double elimination is all about. Even all the way through to the final, Sean. If someone makes it all the way to the final and the loser's bracket comes back and defeats them in the final, they'll reset the bracket and they have to beat the man twice because it's double elimination.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us. Let's have a chat. These things can be claims for DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Our next matchup is the second semi-final. And up first, out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, Axel Howie.
Axel Howie, the young rising star from Sydney West, is going to be making his return to the mat here. And we're going to let the announcer call his opponent. This could be a headliner on any card across Australia. They could have met at trials. They could be meeting in the welterweight championship of another promotion. This is a huge match.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing SJJA team, Marco Albuquerque.
João Marco returning to the mats this evening after an action-packed first matchup. He had Omar in the first round, or in his first matchup, I should say. They went back and forth until that we talk about it consistently this evening. The lightning-quick heel-hook finish from Marco that got it done.
This match has a real feel about it. It's almost as if João Marco has to go through the apprentice before he can reach the master. But let me tell you, he has a master standing right in front of him in Axel Howie.
Yes, João Marco is going to have to run the Sydney West gauntlet, so to speak, here in this tournament.
Axel Howie is becoming well renowned for his fantastic transition wrestling, counter wrestling. He is always first and always last in every sequence.
Yeah, it's something we saw in his ADCC trials runs over the last two attempts, was that he's consistently looking for those kind of slide-bys or duck-unders to get to the back as well.
And if someone slides him by, he's knee-tapping, he's dragging, he's changing levels. Just like that, he's very difficult to get a solidified attack upon and continue on that streamline. That fireman carry dark under position there from Zhao. And look at this. I knew he's done this many, many times. That quick throw by to the back from Axel Howie. This is what this man is capable of.
And see, immediately throwing that hook in to try and get to the back. He's got to try and break down João Marco from here. Well, he's grabbing the far leg.
A Sadalayev stretch there. Could it be? He can either go wrist gripping, Achilles gripping, or power halving. He's chosen the Achilles. Stepping over to set up a little bit of a dilemma, an early body triangle, mount step, or even a pullback. So he goes there into a nice cross body ride style position. And Axel has this ability to shock anyone that he steps on the mat with, of any level, surprising people with his well-roundedness and detailed skill in every position.
Yeah, you could see in that wrestling exchange, which has led us to where we are now, he was just so aware of each action and each reaction that he needed to throw up to make sure he was staying in the dominant position.
Marco is a veteran. João Marco is a true veteran of this game. He would have seen these positions many, many times, and he is just working on the small details. A left-hand cross frame, and actually the clock is on Axel here, as far as I understand, or it could even be on João Marco. Someone's going to get a penalty position if something doesn't happen here.
I think it was called on João Marco, so they're going to need to see big movements from the man on bottom right now.
Yeah, tried to play the detail game, just the cross frame, but not enough urgency. Okay, so the option for play on was taken there, which is a very, very smart move there from Axel. Showing dominance, showing this is the position I want to be in. I'm going to continue to press my advantage. Strong row drag, strong high left side underhook, creating strong left hip camping pressure as João Marco tries to get his frames back in, but he's just wide open right now.
Yeah, I was going to say we can expect some leg pummeling from Axel potentially now that he's settled in that half guard, but immediately switching it up. Is Marco able to invert a little bit there to get his guard back?
Axel feeling ascendancy in transition, not afraid to make things happen, and Marco very well used the front headlock there just to stand back up to the feet, and Axel presses forward immediately.
Yeah, even in defense for a moment there from Axel, as soon as he felt his head get wrapped up, he was extending his arms, putting pressure on João Marco and backing up, which obviously opened up that option for João to get back to the feet.
That bar slide by straight to the back one more time. It's just so well timed, so well drilled. Any situation, smallest bit of back pressure that he gets, he's going to take that opportunity and straight back into the same scenario.
He had the gift wrap for a moment there, which forced that head and arm control. And yeah, right back into these really, really dominant top riding positions for Axel. This is where he thrives.
Crossbody rides come from classic wrestling ideology, and they are incredibly well used when converted to overall no-gi grappling, and you're seeing it at play right here. Head and arm, crossbody, nowhere to go.
And once again, the shot clock getting called on Blue. That's going to force him in, but if he brings that hip up, you can see Axel was immediately ready to put that bottom hook in as well. It's going to be a tough spot for João Marco moving forward.
And again, the option to play on was taken. And a quick explosion there from João Marco has got him back on top inside Axel's full guard. We don't generally see a lot of full guard from Axel. And this is a position that would be well suited to João Marco taking some level of ascendancy, as he's very well used to dealing with a full guard position. It's just, can he do it right now in the clutch time?
He tried to step over that guard, but Axel is going to use it to come up on top. He could attack that arm. It is a very compromised position from here.
Yeah, and Marco had to take a risk to get that going. It maybe not would have been what he had chosen to do, but he was already so far behind in his own mind, and there was some smart cornering also from Dave Stoilescu that would reflect and echo that sentiment being sent out to Axel Howie.
You see, even for a moment, he just stepped in, and João Marco immediately trying to go into the wrestle up. He's on a single leg here. He's going to get up. And I'll say that's half guard pull, half takedown. But,
yes.
How the tables have turned here.
And you just cannot afford to take any level of rest. That might have been a guard pull out of, okay, I'm going to ride this out in the guard here because I'm so far ahead. You just can't do that. You cannot do that with João Marco. He's all over it. And just as we say that, back in the full guard as the time goes out. Have we seen an upset here on the PGF Season 10 qualifier? This would be a big result for Axel if it goes the way we think it may. huge result here for Axel Howie, and let me tell you, this kid is for real. He is scalping left, right, and center across the Australian grappling scene, taking down huge names across the continent, and he is not stopping for anyone. It sets up a very interesting showdown for the next round for those boys.
Yeah, clash of teammates to come. Looking forward to it later this evening.
And again, Jean Marco down to the repechage, and he's going to face some high-level talent down there to fight his way back.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
I'm going to take some time here to confer about the next round of matchups, and I'm incredibly excited. It really is coming to a climactic finish here. The cream is rising to the top, and we have just been absolutely treated with performance after performance, submission after submission, and breakouts everywhere you look.
Really has been a great display of what the Australian Jiu-Jitsu scene has to offer, especially with such an excellent opportunity on the line, heading over to America to be part of the PGF as well. And you get to walk away with $3K as the winner. Is nothing to slouch on.
We've got to make mention here of the clear quality of this event. The men behind the scenes, including the man in front of your screens, Pete Campbell, has gone above and beyond to create something here that is for the athletes, supports the athletes, and has generated high-level performances because of it. This has never been seen before on Australian soil. The reins have been given to a man who has a passion for this sport, and you're seeing the result of that passion in full effect today. just feel the suspense is building. Obviously, as we get to this time in our event and in this competition, we've had a lot of back-to-back-to-back performances. The crowd is thinning and they're going to need a little bit of rest and recuperation before they come out and perform once again. And the stakes are getting higher and higher as we go, and the action is not slowing down a beat.
And we're back, and we're heading into the next round of repechage. And first up, out of the red corner, representing Sydney Wrestling Academy, Omar El Hami.
Omar's back. And this is what an event like this does. It gives people like Omar El Hami to just keep showing up and keep showing you why they deserve to be here. What a breakout performance.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Joshua La.
Not a small task ahead of Omar as Josh La makes his way back to the PGF mats.
Yeah, two guys who are really making the most of this opportunity here today, showing what they've got to offer. Really looking forward to this one. Should be a good one.
Double guard pull. Thank you.
It's like you have a crystal ball.
Or a back computer.
Something like that.
So what can be made of this double guard pull? We're in a knee line game right now. Who can control the knee line first? Who can create the first offensive movement and read the counterplay? Who can create the dilemmas, inside position? And again, Josh La's signature flexibility coming into play as he gets below the knee line. A little bit of a trend lock attempt.
Yeah, it looked like there was some pressure on that one there, but I will say it's hard to tell with Omar that there is poker face going on aplenty there.
And that's just the efficacy there of Josh La's ability to play, having Omar opt for top position first, and Josh immediately in on the Choi bar, looking at trapping the shoulder. But the Sydney Wrestling Academy know how to pass, guys. They are incredibly strong on their flanking passes, but Josh La is built for that style.
Yeah, you saw immediately on that Choi bar attempt, almost instinctually Omar went for the hitchhiker escape, and then he tried to enter into the legs himself. It's like chaining together those sequences, turning defense into offense immediately.
Head posting there to get the knee inside position, aiming for a crab ride transfer, but Josh has actually caught a strong bite on an outside heel, and he sucked that knee line back in and masterfully gets the finish. He is, as I said before, a sniper on his finishes. He has an incredible submission finish attribute, and another strong win. No shame there for Omar. What an incredible day that young man has had. And Josh La moves on, but Omar should be holding his head up high as he's really shown what he's capable of. And I know, Sean, we're all looking forward to seeing more of him in the future.
Oh yeah, he's got plenty more to come, I'm sure. Having looked back again, Omar was reaching that far hip, looked like he was potentially trying to slip his knee line, get it back, but that grip was already in for Josh, and that outside heel hook was finished.
So that means Josh battles his way back into contention. Show me the next matchup. I'm waiting for it. This is going to be incredible.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
And for our next round of the repechage, out of the red corner, representing Academy 411, Nicholas Bilton.
Bilton is back, creating his own story. He wants to show more of his game, more of what he can do. He's had one quick L and one quick W, and he wants to show more, I'm sure of it.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, representing SJJA team, Marco Albuquerque.
Where else are you going to see these types of matchups, guys? What is happening? Outstanding matchup here.
Yes, when you see the bracket announced, there's some that you just really hope are going to collide along the way, and this is one of them. Two guys in the top 5 seeds, and that they are in those positions for a reason.
Standing start here, and Jean-Marco wants to assert some dominance in the standing position early. He doesn't want to let Nick get any momentum going. Shucks the underhook and gets into chest to chest. He tried to go overhead for the throw, but Nick was on the hips. Nice blast double. Head was slightly off center. Bilton could feel the guillotine. He could feel the high wrist coming. We're going to have to get a reset replication.
Yeah, Nick was very, very ready to jump on those front headlock attacks from that one as well.
Bit of gamesmanship there about some positioning. Yes, get that high wrist as far as you can. No.
Yeah, no.
And Marco says no.
And unsurprisingly, the wrist immediately goes high.
And Marco flanks to the pass side. And Jean-Marco's very, very good with this passing style, this pressuring pass. He's got a head block, so it means that his far side underhook's very effective at pinning. But Bilton with the near side underhook tries to turn it into shoulder crunch. We've got a single butterfly half guard here versus a very strong traditional style of passing. A nice technique battle coming out to play. But Marco, I would have to say out of everyone, he's struggled a little bit with the rule set here. PGF presents a very different puzzle where you have to stay active and you get penalized the longer you stay in control positions without activity.
And we saw him throw up this kind of passing in his recent trials run as well, almost like the Joseph Chen tripod passing in a sense, where you're trying to step over those butterfly hooks, almost like you're forcing that with your foot firmly on your mat and the knee high to the sky.
Williams' guard didn't quite affect, but he fell down into outside Ashy. This is one of Bilton's really strong positions. He is classically strong on outside Ashes, but he got dragged really, really quickly. And you can see knee and elbow connection there from Marco on the drag leg stapling. He hasn't cleared the leg by any means. And if Bilton can get that single butterfly in for separation, he's going to extract that knee line. And he has. He got that extraction into the Ashy. Single leg X, rotating over for that outside pressure, and Bilton goes below the knee line for even more Wojlock pressure. We could be close to a finish here, but no one told Marco.
Marco, as soon as he felt that grip slip, he was able to back step. He's going back to that same style of passing. He likes that tight waist grip. He likes the head post. Looks like he's posting on that butterfly hook as well. Unsurprisingly, moving more to crossface. I thought he was going to go crossface for a second.
Yeah, and Bilton had that far side priority, and as soon as Jean-Marco sits the hip, you can see how extended Bilton is because he was working on a 2-on-1 on the far side, reaching across the body, Marco sits that hip right into the space it created. So that forces Bilton to try and get back inside. And once again, Sean, we see the clock. Yeah. Marco having a little bit of a struggle adapting to the rule set.
Yeah, he's trying to go in on that knee slice pass there. He's going to force the turtle, and he's going to... Don't think he quite has that hook in. Well, he does now.
Yeah, grappling is grappling, and he shows his ability to make it happen. What a high-level transition that was from Marco as well. The back exposure, the mount exposure, just every single piece of it was high level.
Yeah, Nick doing really well. Stayed calm under those pressure situations as well. Got his shoulders to the mat, got his hips out, and is able to get back to his game.
Seated guard could be a good start, yeah, but he's got to watch those underhook rushes, and he got weaved there in a very smooth... Now Marco's starting to get the momentum rolling. He's figured out the guard patterns, and he's getting past the hip line quicker and quicker each time. Shot clock on Bilton now.
Yeah, this time it's on Nick to make the movement happen. He's not going to want to stick around here too long anyway. Looks like he might be going for a knee and elbow escape. He's going to get there.
Gets the exposure, gets back on the foot, and he's got feet in front of the hip line here. It's a nice little entry, nice little bite that he made off the shot clock. And again, opts to go outside Ashley, almost below the knee line, believing in the trend lock, believing and putting hips through it. He might need another cycle.
Now Marco into a topside cradle here as well. That's really going to stuff any leg locking pressure that Nick can possibly provide from him.
Yes, and that's the risk you run with anything that's below the knee line. You can get cradled up pretty quickly. And now Nick into the full guard. Can we expect maybe an overhook play? Yeah, he's very good off the overhook, making things happen. Into the pinch headlock across, which gives him a little bit of side guard angle, and then potentially an early underhook into K as well. We could see all of these happen.
Yeah, I would expect Marco to posture up here. And while the referee, the judges, they want to see some action out of Nick.
Yeah, trying to get a double unders crunch, trying to get the feet to the hips for some elevation. He's drawing the elbow line away from the hip line. He's trying to make it happen, but he's still on the clock. He didn't force a big enough response. Maybe a play on call there. Armbar into the leg, into the counter. And there we go. Referees did in fact confer and then confirmed that the penalty position was earned there. And this is the first time we've seen this tonight, Sean.
Yeah, quite remarkable that we're this far into the event. We're seeing the reset position. You can see the ref's going to be very particular about the positioning of their arms. Nick has to keep his hips directly above his knees, his arms fully outstretched. Marco is going to have his foot, his left foot in this instant, between his opponent's legs from behind there as well.
Knee can be parallel but not inside the hip line. And for clarity, this is a result of the shot clock being expired. Straight away into that rollover position, into the armbar, high and tight on this position. And up to the task is Nick. It's a head wrap for head wrap game right now. And Nick is able to ultimately escape via over-rotation.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left, this has been a pretty close one. We're going to expect to see some big movements, or maybe selling out on some submission attempts.
Hard to score, but you would hazard to guess that the referees and judges would have to take some of those shot clock calls into account. There was one all the way to fruition for a penalty position that could factor in on the decision here.
And your winner, out of the blue corner, Marco Albuquerque.
And there you go. João Marco picks it up. He managed to weather a storm there and then really show ascendancy positionally towards the latter stages of the match.
Yeah, and with that win as well, if I'm correct, João Marco is going to face either Baby Dave or get the rematch against Axel up next as well.
As we've said before, the cream rises to the top, and we are getting into crunch time now with the biggest stakes matchups still to come.
Not sure if your condition is claimable through DBA and you want to have an honest conversation about whether we can link it? Book a chat with us. I'm more than happy to have a transparent conversation about what things can be claimed and can't be claimed.
And we're back. This is our final qualifier to make it into the overall grand final. And first up, out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, David Stoyle.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Master versus Apprentice, the Sydney West Jedi Showdown.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, also representing Sydney West Martial Arts, Axel Howie.
And Sean, obviously, these guys started on opposite ends of the bracket. This was always something that could have been achieved. But it's a big statement for Sydney West to have the only two guys who have gone through undefeated so far facing each other in the penultimate playoff.
Yeah, it is one that I'm glad we are seeing. I'm sure this is one that's gone down in the training room many times. Interesting to see how they approach each other's game.
Ashy slide to open from Stoyle, and he manages to effect enough collection and off-balancing to achieve a sweeping position against Axel as Axel looked to counter, and we're going to have a double stand. Oh no, replicated position. Okay, easy done. And 100% Sean, I think you're right. This has taken place in the training room quite many times. But you know what? Axel is a competitor through and through. He is someone who rises to the occasion and does so almost every single time he competes, especially in the last 2 years. So I'm sure David knows he's got his hands full here.
Oh yes, I'm sure they are not going to be taking it easy just because they're repping the same gym.
A very nice entry. Axel moving to the 50-50 position. We've seen David allow people into this position all the way through the evening, and that is exactly why he trusts his game from 50. He trusts the Woj pressure, and gets the tap on his teammate.
And moving into the grand final match, out of the red corner, Dave Stoyle!
Well, Dave Stoyle keeps his successful run in the WNG alive. We have our first grand finalist. He'll be facing the winner of the repechage bracket later on this evening.
And essentially, he gets that double shot because if the repechage bracket winner comes through and is actually able to defeat him, he's the only person who's remained undefeated, so they're going to have to beat him twice.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us, let's have a chat. These things can be claimed with DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
And we head back to our repechage rounds. And first up, out of the red corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Joshua La.
Josh La returning to the mats yet again. Something I should mention as well, he does have, I guess, relatively the home ground advantage. His gym that he coaches at, that he runs, is only around the corner from here. He's got a contingent of his students in the crowd as well. You know, he wants to continue to put on a show for them.
Definitely the home ground advantage, but not the experience advantage. As far as I understand, Josh has only been doing the sport for 5 or 6 years.
JJA team, Marco.
Which makes him a phenom.
Yes, I remember facing Josh at some GIs as blue belts back in the day.
And here we go, another amazing clash of styles. João Marco having to dig really deep in this bracket to make it happen and to keep the dream alive. And this is going to be a very interesting play here.
Yeah, Marco has definitely had the most mat time of anyone this evening. We'll see if he can keep up that pressure, that pace that he's used effectively this evening, especially with his passing. And we keep talking about the guard of Josh La, but this will be undoubtedly a tough test for Marco.
Yeah, Josh has that fly trap style. Sorry, guys. We're not allowed to get sentences out because Josh La snipes another huge victory right off that fly trap, right off the outside Ashi. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. His attribute of submission finishing is turned all the way up. It's like if you had a video game build of a character that you could choose where their attributes go, you just turned outside and inside heel hook into max and more. Look at this.
See, as you mentioned, that fly side trap entry into the outside archie. You see immediately turning back in as Marco tried to spin out, but Josh got a great grip on that outside heel hook and was able to find the finish. Not getting paid by the hour this evening.
And look, let's face it, that might be one of Josh's biggest wins of his career. That is a no-joke opponent. And again, this tournament is bringing out the absolute best of everyone who had the guts and the determination to enter.
If you are an injured veteran, had some undiagnosed conditions that you're wondering if it's service related or not, reach out to us, let's have a chat. These things can be claims with DBA, and the things you're entitled to are larger than you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Replicharge final. The winner of this will go into the grand final to verse David Soyle to head over to the PGF draft. First up, out of the red corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Joshua La.
On no rest for the weary.
Why not?
Yeah, blink and you'll miss it. I'm talking about the break between matches for Josh La here.
Or the break of an outside heel hook as well. This guy, what can we say? He has an opportunity ahead of him right here that he has battled his way back to.
And his opponent out of the blue corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, Axel Howie.
Here we go. What an interesting matchup, Sean. This is really cool.
Yeah, it should be really, really interesting. A clash of styles, so to speak. We saw a lot of the wrestling game in that top game, hunting the back from Axel in his last one. It's going to be interesting to see if he can implement that against someone with the guard, the style of Josh.
And look, Josh has been so resolute in his style. This is not a surprise to anyone that he faces. This is the puzzle that you're going to be presented with, but solving it is a whole different kettle of fish.
There's also do or die for both of these athletes as well. As this is the final of the Replicharge, the winner will go on to face David Soyle in the grand final momentarily, but the evening will be over for the loser, and both these guys can hang their head high with their performances this evening.
Axel smartly playing an in-and-out flanking style, uses a beautiful underhook punch into the knee cut. Josh's flexibility saving him a little bit there, and he shotguns the arm for the omoplata. Very nice tick-for-tack trade.
You could even see as Axel was going for that knee cut, Josh immediately was getting that leg across. He was underhooking that far leg, immediately looking for a K-guard entry as well.
Axel doing very straight extractions of his heels and feet to hide his knees from both of the attempted entries from Josh. But it came off of Axel's J-point camping where he was looking to go to north-south. It's just so hard to clear. It's almost like you give up passing in a conventional sense to try to force a counterplay like a single under, a double under, or a baiting a turtle position. I mean, this is how David Stoilescu also tackled this issue. Down into a deep J point now. Axel's thinking about how he can solve this puzzle. He's finding the same issues that his counterpart and teammate David Stoilescu did. Let's see if he has some similar solves to the problem.
He's continuing to control the top leg, and it looks like they've called shot clock here. I didn't quite catch who it was on.
Either way, the action begets that shot clock there. Full guard now from Josh gives him an opportunity to get a precursor handle, like an overhook or a crunch, before he moves. Oh, and he's using that overhook to get that near-style pressure like a Del Fornerino. We're going to get a penalty here off the shot clock. Oh, no. Okay, so this rule is if someone has a submission on inside the full guard and they are lifted past parallel, they must release and relinquish.
Yeah, it's an interesting rule set. That rule particularly, which is unique to the PGF. It makes for some really interesting scenarios like what we just saw.
A beautiful inverted counter entry from Josh, and we know how strong he is when he gets those handles and bites. Keeping an Achilles grip and converting to a top false reap there. And a nice Achilles grip. Oh, his ligament gripping is so precise and so sticky. He uses push-pulls so well, upper and lower body, and Axel is having trouble getting his feet out of the spider web.
Yeah, we talked about those minute details that Josh seems to be so good at addressing. It's what makes him so effective from these positions.
A real great one to study.
Axel continuing to try to pass in that same manner. He's moving laterally. He's trying to find a way around the outside of the legs, but the shot clock called again.
The shot clock was called against red, so Josh La was on the clock there. He was able to negate with that big response that he elicited from Axel. Bit of a dilemma there on the near side armbar and far side K, but Axel now hit and running from J point.
Yeah, Axel keeps looking to pass from that J point, but you can see that Josh is prepared to attack that arm if it lingers even a second.
A brilliant swim inside to a reverse triangle from the bottom. There was an incredible usage of a tricep and overhook, and you are kidding me, Sean. You are kidding me. What an incredible, a masterful finish from Josh La there. That'll be one we want to watch back. That is a highlight reel finish.
Highlight reel and a half. I don't think any of us had that on the bingo card.
Submission out of the red corner, Josh Long.
That one was right out of a Craig Jones instructional, using the overhook and single under against Axel Howie as he went deeper into the pass. And here we're going to see it play out in real time. Right there, deeper into the pass on single under, threaded the leg in front of the face and locked up a brutally tight reverse triangle from the bottom.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the evening might have just gotten a lot tougher for Josh as well, because he's going to have to beat David Stoyle not once but twice to take home that spot.
Twice in a row as well. That is incredible. But look, you can't take it away from these guys. We were talking about breakout performances and the opportunity to write your own story, and Josh La has taken that chance and run with it so hard that he is now in the position to have just a true, fairy tale ending if he so chooses. But David Stoilescu, he's been the final boss, hasn't he? He's been the Shao Kahn of this event, and it's just looked so difficult to outplace him. He's been setting traps, he's been being aggressive, he's just looked unstoppable.
Yeah, David Stoyle is the #1 seed for a reason. He has earned his way. He's earned that second chance should he need it. We'll see how these two match up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they did match up earlier in the tournament as well in the semi-finals. Should make for an interesting couple of matches still to come.
as we all know now, there's only one thing left to do. We also know that Josh La has had 2 very quick turnaround back-to-back matches, so expect a little bit of respectful time here for Josh to recuperate before he takes on the big challenge of the grand final, the PGF Australian Qualifier, hosted by Who's Next Grappling. First time this event has ever taken place, and it has delivered on every level.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching on the live streams at home. We appreciate you supporting Australian grappling as much as we can. It's such a great opportunity for these athletes to show everyone what they're capable of, and that Australian grappling scene is alive, well, and here to stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a quick announcement break. I'm going to introduce Kai Baldwin. He is the owner of our major sponsor, BAC. They handle all the veterans' claims here in Australia. They make sure that veterans get what they're entitled to. And today he's contributed $1,000 to Match of the Day. And that Match of the Day goes to our female match with Amber Smith and Jamie Meredith. So if you girls will come on down. So congratulations, girls. You represented the females of Australia unbelievably. It was a hell of a match, and you'll walk home with $500 each.
Yeah, definitely agree with that one. That was an incredible matchup, and it really set a tone for how the rest of the evening played out. It was the 3rd match that took place, and they ramped up the skill level and ferocity in a really big way, and as stated, really set the standard for what is possible here on this type of platform. And congratulations to Emma and Jamie for Match of the Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our final. Just so everyone is aware, David Stoyle has gone through the winners bracket and only has to win once. Josh Lahr has made his way back through the losers bracket. He must beat David twice to be able to be crowned the winner overall. So, for our first and maybe last match, for the win, out of the red corner, representing Sydney West Martial Arts, David Stoyle.
The Jedi Master makes his return, and he is looking to put a stamp on this one. He came in as the number 1 seed, and he proved that ranking to be correct. One more time out for Dave Stoilescu.
His opponent, out of the blue corner, representing Open Mat Jiu-Jitsu, Joshua Lahr.
Josh Lahr has run the gauntlet, and as you said before, he has the final boss waiting in front of him. You know, he is up for the challenge. He'll be looking to get one back. He's actually going to need to get 2 back if he hopes to walk away with that grand prize this evening.
And as we've seen all night long, that could happen. And it could happen within 10 seconds. We don't know. Here we go. The smooth, resolute pull from Josh Lahr and Baby Dave. He is not messing around in this one. He wants to finish this quickly. A nice, smooth entry from Josh. Passing the foot to the outside, goes to outside Ashi. Dave has to claw his way up. He's respecting it. He has the foot off the hip. Oh, that was the same transition that Josh earned victory with against João Marco. This time, Dave up to the task.
You see, we saw that Dave was very willing in their first matchup this evening. He was very willing to enter those leg lock exchanges with Josh. Looks like this is going to be no different here.
Very smooth and adept is Dave Stoilescu at passing the knee to the outside line. He's pressing the issue, and there you see the response there from Josh, getting that hip flared and beautiful inside pressure, breaking pressure, the oohs and the ahs. You can hear me doing it because it really is that smooth and that precise. False reap entry from the top, thwarted by Baby Dave.
Yeah, you can see Josh just effortlessly flowing from entanglement to entanglement, continuing to keep Dave on the back foot so far.
And Josh has this innate ability to almost force his opponents into playing a different style of passing than they would like to, because they get shocked and surprised by his ability to attach himself to the legs so effortlessly, but so in such a sticky manner as well. Dave playing nice and low, his knee cutting, but he's keeping his heel very close to his hip line to close in any space. He shin pinned almost to the face of Josh, creating this double flank and the leg drag that he was able to create previously, but this time the high leg comes over.
Yeah, we talked about Josh's innate ability to finish. Oh, Dave falling back, and just like that, yet again, another lightning quick finish, and I believe that's the finish to the whole damn thing.
It is all over, ladies and gentlemen. The leg drag flank sit back to inside heel was the one that did it in the end. A little bit of damage down there to Josh Lahr. Live by the hook, die by the hook. But Dave Stoilescu is your winner. He is the champion of the very first Professional Grappling Federation Australian qualifier, taking home $3,000 and a shot in the draft at the upcoming Season 10 of the PGF. Right here, he flanked one side, saw the high leg, flanked to the drag on the opposite side, picked up the hanging foot, and sat straight back into a knees up, high angle inside heel hook. Very brutal, very fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission and our overall winner, and he's earning his spot into the PGF draft, David Stoyle!
We're going to throw to the big man, Pete. But I've been Nick Batman Hughes, my counterpart, Sean. What do you think of this event, man?
It's a great event, great opportunity, great evening for Australian grappling.
All right, we're going to do a proper interview after this, but if you could just give us a few words, Dave, on how your day went, how you thought this event was for basically Australia, and how you find the PGF and what it feels like to win it, and give yourself a spot in this draft and a chance to maybe be drafted on one of the teams to head over to America.
Yeah, so my day started pretty well. Actually woke up really sleepy, and I was sleepy all the way until I got here. But first match, cobwebs off, and then smooth sailing from there. But yeah, PGF, it's exciting. I mean, one of my goals is facing the best people and to prove want to be the best in jiu-jitsu eventually. So anything I can do to get as many competitions as possible. I even competed out of my weight class. Normally I do 70 kilos, but I'm moving up to 77, so it doesn't matter. I fight anyone, any weight, as long as it's remotely the same size.
Awesome. Well, just wait here and we'll give you a couple of things.
What is it? This is awesome.
Yeah. So David has won. We just thought we'd give him a little bit of a prize. As you can see, PGF and ourselves are both known for giving out weapons. So this is a small one before Dave heads over, gets on a team and manages to win a proper one overall. It's very sharp, be careful. Also, the check for winning $3,000 for first place. So once again, put your hands together and congratulations for David Stoyle!
An amazing way to cap off this event, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting Australian grappling. This was the PGF Australian Qualifier, and man, did this event deliver.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take the time to thank not only the PGF for trusting me to host this event, thank you to Brandon, McCaffrey, B-Mac, thank you to Keelan. We are blessed to be able to host these events. Thank you to all the athletes that showed support in the first one and rocking up and putting on amazing matches. Thank you for everyone who came and supported. We are blessed here to be able to create this pathway, and we look forward to doing more for the Australian Jiu-Jitsu community. And make sure you go across this season, watch the PGF. PGF teams, if you're watching, make sure you look at David Stoyle. The Australian community will not let you down. He will not let you down. Go out, make sure you draft him. Have a good night.
There it is, guys. The vision that you're seeing in front of you right now is all of the teams that are going to be involved in the next Professional Grappling Federation for 2027. I've been Nick Batman Hughes, my counterpart Sean Perkins. It's been an absolute pleasure to have everyone on board. Watch out. The next season of PGF and who's next grappling is going to be on your screens before you know it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again.